good, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. What's good? What's up, everybody? We got Coin Collector, William, Alan, Mass Effect Fan, Nothing, KO, Kaiser. What's good, everybody? And everybody else watching right now, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come kick it with us, talk some comics. N1N2, what's good? What's good? And Mr. Negative, man, it's going good on my end. I hope everything's going good on your end as well. We got a lot of books to talk about today. We're going to be going over all the new releases for April 19th, new comic book day. Let me take a peek real quick. It's looking like we've got... it's a little bit bigger of a week. Nothing too crazy, though. If I had to take a guess, it's probably going to be floating around like 70 to 90-ish books. So, you know, check it out. Demarius Gray, what's good, man? Hope you're doing well today. Man, you're watching from Israel right now. That's awesome, man. Thank you for tuning in. Kaiser, have I ever seen the movie The Usual Suspects? I have not seen that, but I've heard of that movie, and a lot of people have talked about that movie in the past. I used to be part of a chat, and the name of the chat was The Usual Suspects, but I don't know. Superman 3, I did not check that out. I didn't read it just yet. Am I doing MegaCon next year? I'm like the worst when it comes to cons. I always say I want to go. Like right now, I know KO's in the house right now. And when it comes to registration for New York Comic Con, because that's the next one that I'm trying to go to, I'm guessing I have to register for it before I can buy tickets, because I miss out on the tickets. Let's see. Oh, no kidding. That's where your name comes from. I'll have to check that out. Mark, what's good? What's good? Poof, he's gone. KO says it's an amazing movie. And based on the stuff that you post, it seems like you are, I don't know, pretty knowledgeable on movies. I did not register, man. So I looked at it and I didn't see a thing for registering. Was it like the newsletter that you have to register for? But I don't know. We'll figure that one out then. Burbs, what's going on, man? Or girl, man? I don't know, Burbs. What's up? But no, let's get this party started. We got a lot of books. We got a lot of fun things to talk about. And here we go. All right. So chat anytime. If you guys just tuning in too, I always go over some of the smaller indie publishers first, and we talk about those books. We talk about all the new releases coming out. If I'm going to be talking about the ones I'm getting to, but if there's any books that you guys want to stop and talk about a little bit more, let me know. Because a lot of times I let you know books that I'm reading. Sometimes I read some really ass random ones, and some of you guys get turned on by those books and you're like, oh, these series were really good. And let me know, because there's a lot of times that there's a lot of stuff that I don't read. There's a lot of these publishers that I've never seen at my comic shops before. So keep me posted on what you like too. Cancel AR from this channel. Yeah. Peace. All right. Oh man, we're going to be starting off strong, folks. So let's go down this list real quick. We're going to bring up all the brand new ones. Let's see. Udon, I'll bring it up just in case. Mighty Barbarian. So far, that's a one shot. It doesn't look like... I take that back. I was going to say, maybe we don't have too many new ones coming out this week from some of these publishers. Soko, I've talked about this one before. And I've talked about Tales of Volcania before. And it looks like... one from Keen Spot. That's a Halloween special, and there we go. So I've got the one that I'm using, that I'm going to be getting, and then I've got all the brand new ones up. Let's see. Chicken Devils is finally back. We'll see. I'll bring it up just because you mentioned it. I'll put that one at the end then. What do you think of the new comic Scar? N1 and 2, I actually really liked it. I say that like I had low expectations, but I honestly went into it thinking... I went into it hoping that it was going to be more of a focus on Scar, kind of like not a horror book, but something a little bit more just like on the darker side. I didn't want to see a book that was focused on Simba and Mufasa and all those characters. I just wanted to see Scar and kind of how like evil he really is. So I was really excited to see that one. It was really good artwork, and it was a fun story. I'm definitely going to be continuing on with that one. Let's see. He used all the pronouns though, covered his bases. Yeah, there we go. Got them all. Mighty Barbarians by Morecki. However you say, I know I said that shit wrong. Also writes Barbaric. Cool. Very early Del Toro on that one. Yeah, no one was really good to Marius. No one was great. All right. First one's going to be from AWA. I hype them up all the time. Guys, that's like one of my favorite comic book publishers, if not my favorite comic book publisher. They always kill it. They've always got really good stuff. I feel like they do a lot of horror series or just kind of stuff along those lines, like a little bit darker stuff. They don't do a lot of superhero books, and the ones that are superhero series, they still are more on the adult side. So I don't know. AWA, they kill it on all their books. I really enjoy it. But Black Tape was a really fun one. It's this. So what this description is, this is for the first issue still. It says Jack King was a rock and roll god who projected a stage persona on par with the devil. After Jack dies on stage, his widow Cindy grapples with grief and struggles to protect his legacy, unaware that she is being surrounded by dark forces that covet the master tapes to Jack's final unreleased album, a heavy metal masterpiece that just might open the doorway to hell. I thought that was a really good description of the series, but in addition to that, so like they said, he passes away. It's more of the first issue is the wife is trying to deal with, the funeral, everybody saying, oh, your husband, he was this, he was that. And she starts to see these people that, she understands that he's a rock and roll, legend, but there's a lot of people that she doesn't recognize. And there's a lot of people that claim to be very close. And as things get a little bit deeper into the series, you learn that there might be some other stuff that he's into. It was a very fun first couple of issues. I really recommend checking this one out. I don't know. So there's only 2 more issues. It's only a 4-issue miniseries, which kind of sucks, but it's been really good so far. I think the plot progression's been great. I think the character development's been on point. Obviously, the artwork's solid too. And they keep doing these like heavy metal homages, and they've all been kind of album covers. I know they did Black Sabbath. This one's Motorhead. I think they did AC/DC. I thought that was if it's the same one that I was thinking of, it was kind of a weak one. I think it was a Back in Black issue they did. They easily could have done like Highway to Hell or something like that. Is this the app to collect? Caesar Knight. No, I use this one for all of the upcoming new releases. I know there's a lot of websites and kind of everything's still all over the place. A lot of the schedules they pretty much change even last day. That's why I like to do this stream just right before New Comic Book Day, because they're pretty on point with updating it. But when I film the actual video, it's kind of early and, changes can happen. So I like to do this stream too, just to really hone in on what's coming out for tomorrow. But the app that you're thinking of is probably was it like CLZ, something like that? I think that's the website a lot of people use to log their collections. Let's see. Kaiser always, AWA is always hitting it. I will say, you mentioned Primos. That's I think the only series from AWA that I didn't finish, because I ended up going back to finish up Marjorie Finnegan Temporal Criminal. It was just okay. I'd probably put that in the same levels like New Think, because I don't think New Think was very good either. But I don't know what it was about Primos. It just didn't land. Let's see. Happy Tuesday. Oh, it's all good, Dom. What's going on, man? All right, so I hope you guys are reading this one. If you guys are reading it, let me know. I have my collection. Oh, really? Well, I guess actually you can. Yeah, you can do it. I've never used this website for that, but it looks like you can do that. Marjorie Finnegan was dope. How dare you? I thought it was just okay. I don't know. It wasn't bad. I don't know. I thought it was just an alright series. That one's by, I think it's Garth Ennis. So like I said, if there's any that you want to see, we can stop and talk about those. I know someone mentioned Chicken Devils, so I brought that one up. But all of these next ones I'm going to be talking about are all the new ones coming out from these publishers, and then we can go from there. But we got Comics Experience Publishing, 7 Years in Darkness, issue number 1. I've never seen this publisher pop up at one of my shops. I don't know if this is an online only. No, I don't think so. The Academy of Black Magic has reopened its doors for the first time in 200 years. 72 children will walk through the Academy doors for freshman year, but only 7 will graduate and walk out alive. Their 7-year journey starts here in the dark and sweeping fantasy epic from acclaimed comics creator Joe Schmelch. It actually sounds really good. That sounds really cool. Here's they got a lot of covers as well for this one. Let's see. All right, so maybe it's just me on that one. Comic Chef, what's up, man? I'm glad you can make it too. 7 Years of Darkness is what I'm piped for. Is that this one, right? Don, since I don't know, because I've never seen them at my shop. This is a physical copybook, right? This isn't like Comics Experience Publishing. That's not like an online only thing. Oh shit, if the Comics Elite guys gave it high marks, I'm gonna have to check that out. You know, oh man, I always talk about it. I always say I'm gonna have to bring up one of their videos. I might reach out to them to see if they're cool with me watching one of the videos on like a Friday or Monday stream whenever I decide to do the news stream. I want to see what their reviews are like, and I'd like to put it up, but I don't know how they feel about other people watching their videos like that. So we'll see. I'd rather ask first. And there's really only have 2 comic books, so it's really, oh man, that's terrible. It's far away, and because I have to order online, I can. So it is a physical book. Awesome, thank you. I can only imagine how expensive that is. When I had a friend that was stationed, he wasn't stationed overseas, but he was on a deployment overseas. He ordered some stuff. I'm telling you, shipping was like $50 or $60 for what he ordered. It was ridiculous. Here's some of the other covers. Sienkiewicz. Those covers are always dope. Damn, that's really nice. I'll have to see if I can find that. Yeah, so I'll probably just have to. So that was the book of the week according to Comics Elite. Wow. All right. I wonder if Robbie read it. But yeah, I've never seen this publisher at my shop. That's why I had to ask. Just read the nasty cool story. I'm not sure. Oh, dude, Rogue Rook. That's the one that when I talked about it too, I thought that the artwork was the only thing that was bringing down the series. I really liked the concept of the story, and I thought it was pretty unique. And I actually liked the characters. Like, everything was really well done. And plus, it's by, what the hell is his name? The dude that also has done some good stuff for AWA. He's done Hotel. He's done Crimson Cage. My goodness, I can't think of his name. He was on the channel. Man, I really can't think of it off the top of my head. I know one of you guys know. But either way, he's really good at writing horror. And John Lees. Thank you, Kaiser. Thank you. So I had him on channel. He's a really nice guy. Super hard to understand. The dude's got a super thick Irish accent. I feel like the whole time he's when he's saying like sentences and stuff, I'm trying to decipher what he's saying. I'm like, yes, that's what he's saying. And it was a really good time. I had a great time talking with him. I'd love to have him on again. And I'd actually really like to meet him at a con. Because he writes really good stuff. But with that being said, the artwork for that one, it didn't match the style of the writing. It didn't match the book, in my opinion. I felt like it was more like bright and vibrant and kind of cartoonish, and it didn't really fit with a horror book, in my opinion. So next up, we got Udon, and they got Street Fighter Masters, Cammy, issue number 1. I just wanted to show you guys because it's a Street Fighter, and I know, yeah, we got some video gamers in the house usually. So I figured I'd bring that up. Third top book was World's Finest. Wasn't it, but 7 years. All right. Hey, Steven, what's going on, man? What's going on? I hope you're having a good day. Is this the one that they were just talking? Oh, yeah. So the one we were just... Which one was it? Was it 7 Years of Darkness? I'm bringing it back up again. Sorry, guys. No. That's Joseph Schmelk. Somebody brought this one up earlier. I forget who it was, but somebody just said it, and they said The Mighty Barbarians is the same writer as, I think it was Barbaric. So if you're a fan of the one, you're probably going to be a fan of the other one. This is a brand new one. Oh yeah, it says right there, from the writer of Barbaric. Oh my god, sometimes I just got to take a peek. Comes the world-hopping, skull-crushing adventures of the Mighty Barbarians. They're barbarians, they loot, they plunder, they conquer. That's what they do. They'll do it alone until now. When unstoppable force starts consuming one world after another, sorceress Morgan Le Fay uses her magic to assemble a team of skull-cracking warriors who must somehow work together to save all of their existence. That sounds pretty cool. We used to have 5 comic shops, but because there are no buyers, that's a shame, but it is what it is. I feel like I always talk about it, and, you know, New Comic Book Day is not what it used to be. I understand that the indies are... Honestly, I want to say indies are potentially at their peak right now. Like, they are killing it. I feel like every publisher from the indie side of things, every time I pick up something new, even if it's not my style or it's not my thing, it still is a very unique story that's absolutely going to land with somebody else. But man, like everything from Image, Blaze has been killing it. I'm thinking of some other ones like AWA, obviously. Aftershocks got good ones. I don't know if they're coming out with too many new ones anymore. But man, like they're really killing it. Boom Studios, the ones I read from Dynamite are all solid as well. But then when you look at DC and Marvel, it's just, I don't know. I can't speak fully on DC because the stuff I have read from DC I have really enjoyed. But from Marvel, on the other hand, a lot of it is just, it feels like it's the same thing over and over again. Like last week, I think I picked up, I don't know, it was Miles Morales, Carnage, and Thor or Moon Knight or something. And it's really hard to make something unique out of that type of story when the whole concept of it is you have a superhero and they have to fight a villain. Especially when that character's been around for so many years now. I understand that it's tough to make something unique, but they really either, in my opinion, need to cut back on putting out so much content or so many books and just really focus on a legit story with some fantastic artwork, or it's just going to get worse for them because it just kind of feels like a lot of cash grabs at this point. But that's why I said I can't speak on DC's behalf, but the things I have read, I have enjoyed. Let's get caught up on some of these comments. Karina, oh shit, I already know where this comment's going. Hey, when you bringing back your top 10 videos? I see the comments. I do see them, Karina. I don't always respond to all the comments because I tend to forget. It's one of those things where I respond to it in my head and I'm like, perfect, I responded. And I check it a few days later and I didn't respond. It's like, shit. I was always looking forward to that video all week, so I'm very sad you aren't doing it anymore. Karina, I'm sorry. I truly do love doing the top 10 lists, but with my schedule right now and how things kind of line up with me for time, if I was able to get my books early from my LCS, if you guys are watching, I'd be able to do a top 10 list, but because I get them on Wednesday and then I do the live stream with the EXP, that is basic between reading and just whatever else, that is my entire day. That's usually like my one day off, but it's dedicated to reading those books all day just before the stream. And then I set up Thursday's live stream and get everything ready for that. But what it used to be was I would get my books early in the morning on Wednesday, read all of the books, film and edit everything. And then, well, not edit the entire thing, but start editing it. I do the EXP live stream for a couple hours. And then right after that, I go straight back to editing. I'm usually up till about 1 or 2 in the morning. So it just really, it consumed my entire day. And then I hated when I didn't finish everything and it spilled into my Thursday because then I felt like it was being rushed to be put out. So I'm not saying the top 10 list is going to be gone forever, but unless if I can get my books earlier, like Tuesday night, then for now the live streams are going to be continuing on, or if I don't do the EXP stream anymore. So if one or the other happens, I can bring back that. But until that time comes, it's just a very busy schedule, with a family and everything as well. I got to spend time with them too. That's the most important thing to me. Let me get back to some of these comments. I always see Karina comment that, and I always feel so bad because I do really like doing the top 10 list too. But this just works a little bit easier, and everyone seems to enjoy it too. Let's see. Ran to packlist and dropped 6 on a packlist 6 and dropped 6 on a whim. 2 thumbs up from me, dude. Oh, packlist 6. Oh, I don't know why I read that and I'm thinking packlist 6. Are you thinking of Pack in the Dow, the new writer on Marvel or on like Carnage and stuff? No, I got you. I heard it's really good. I heard it's very good. You're right, Kaiser. Mad Cave does have some very good books as well. Let's see. DC still going strong from KO. That's good. Dark Horse. I need to read more Dark Horse, man. I gotta check out some more Dark Horse. Let's see. I only get Batman, Main, and Deadly Duo from Batman comics. The good comic that Marvel currently has is Moon Knight. I agree with that, although I thought the last Moon Knight issue was really bad. The Mighty Barbarians. You enjoying a second street? Joe Fixit, Ghost Rider. Damn, I got to get back on Ghost Rider. The ones I missed out on, I don't see them at the shop, so it is what it is. Moon Knight, Marvel's Moon Knight, Strange Academy ending, which does suck. Miracle Man, Ghost Rider, decent for the most part. I'm not super big on the latest Strange Academy. By the way, Caesar, I'm using leagueofcomicgeeks.com, if that helps at all. But Moon Knight for the most part's been good. Not reading Miracle Man, but I liked what I read from Ghost Rider. Let's see. Next up, this one actually, I'm sure somebody in the house has read these. So Archie Comics got a brand new one-shot. It's Chilling Adventures presents The Cult of That Wilkin Boy, issue number 1. Every time they come out with the Chilling Adventures presents for a new one-shot, they always look really good. And I was going to ask if they've done some like really horror ones in the past, because this one really struck me as kind of a horror one, and it's written by Cullen Bunn. So it says, Bingo Wilkin is not just a world-renowned musician. He's an icon, an iconoclast, a legend, a leader. He's also a master of manipulation with fans and followers, willing to do his bidding. Now, matter how now, that's a spelling. That's a spelling error, right? No matter how evil it may be. Are you reading that? Now matter. See what? This is their own description. Whatever. The team behind the Chilling Adventures Salem returns with a psychological thriller about fame and fandom. Like, that sounds awesome. KO says, this might be my first Archie in a year. This might be my first Archie ever. Bun will get me to try it. See, that's it. Caesar, it's leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Bun will get me to try it. Dude, Cullen Bunn's a great horror writer. How many issues of Ghost Rider did Trad Moore draw? Because if there's a trade, if I had to guess, I think he's on the later stuff. Not 100%. Yeah, it might be my first ever Archie as well. See, I got. Remember, I got this sweet little Archie right here. I picked it up for a couple bucks. I'd never read it, but I mean, I got it in my collection. Well, I need to sleep. Ooh, man, thanks for popping in, man. Have a good day tomorrow. Enjoy your new comic book day, if you can get any sort of comics. And this one does have a cover B, too, so that's what that one looks like. That one's really cool. Man, I'm telling you, this might be really cool. And then from Scout Comics, we got Black Demon Tales, issue number 1. So this is going to be, is this from Shispa Comics? No. I was wondering if this was going to be one of those Black Caravan ones that they do. So it looks like they got their own version of Jaws. So Shispa, when Mexican naval researcher Bella Gonzalez is wounded in an attack by a massive shark, she dedicates herself to destroying it, but can science eradicate something as ancient and supernatural as a black demon? Black Demon Tales, an anthology based on the lore of the real Mexican fishermen blended with indigenous beliefs. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Oh, is that what it is? The new imprint? Yeah, the Chispa? That's what that is? It's a megalodon. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. Especially because it's a bunch of anthology ones. I usually pass on those. Sumerian, they got Soko, issue number 1. I talked about this one, I think it was last week. Routine traffic stop for 2 Serbian B-cops quickly descends into corruption and betrayal as a dark trail of evidence leads to the discovery of unimaginable depravity. Yeah, Mark Wade says Soko is energetic and kinetic as hell. It gripped me from page 1 and wouldn't let go. Yeah, I showed these off last week for you guys too. There we go. A few different covers. Cool covers. Written by Steve Ekstrom. And you got writer Vanja Miskovich on it as well. Let's see. Another one from Scout Comics. This one's Tales of Volcania. Alright. We're going to the comments section. Based on the role-playing game Volcania by Gear Games. Oh, so it's I never even heard of that. The shadow of a war has changed the world of Volcania forever. Ours is the story of a young swordsman named Sidna. She is consumed with a rage and has sworn to avenge her family and her people for those who dropped the bomb on her nation as a result of her quest. She herself is now hunted. What is it? That's not a word. Is now hunted? What is going on today? Is that another spell? Is that another grammar mistake or another mistake on this? Who writes this stuff? Come on. And on the run, pursued by a group of vicious bounty hunters and dangerous mutants. This is the tale of Volcania, the beginning of an epic magma punk adventure. Breezies, what's going on, man? But let me know, guys. So these are all the ones that are coming out from some of the smaller indie publishers. Which ones are you looking forward to most this week? I always say we'll talk about them a little bit more, but we do have some really good ones coming out, and I'm excited to get to them. It's from Keen Spot. This is another one. I don't think I've ever seen Keen Spot at one of my LCSs, but they always have a sweet homage cover. There we go. They always have a really cool homage. I'm telling you, if you guys go back and check out all of Keen Spot shit, you'll be able to see some of the other covers that they've done, and they've got some really cool ones. Like this one. I mean, I've never read Keen Spot, never seen them at my shop, so no shot in hell I get this, but it is a very nice cover. And then this one's coming out from Aftershock. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. Circle Chase Swagger. What's Circle Chase Swagger? Is that a book? Feeling pressure from all sides, Chicken Devil must choose between planning an exit strategy from his secret life as a kill-crazy vigilante or losing his family forever. I liked the first volume of Chicken Devils. I thought the first one was pretty solid. I'm not going to say it was like some top-tier shit, but I enjoyed it, and I did recommend it to some people. This one, I haven't kept up with it, especially with everything going on with Aftershock right now. Oh, that's the Deadpool. Okay, gotcha. Your shop got it today. Your shop got Chicken Devils? Cool. My bad. I didn't know that. I knew that was that's his first solo kind of series. I didn't know what it was called though. All right, cool. So what do you think of it? What do you think about it, Demarius? Has this volume been as good as the first one? Or do you think this one's probably better? Or I'm sure it probably sucks because of all the kind of, breaks in between the books. There's that one. I have these other ones. I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to bring up. We'll bring up Rick and Morty. We'll bring up Liquid Kill. Ooh, definitely Tokyo Pop got Resident Evil. I didn't even know there's a Resident Evil 1 going on right now. Another one from Quested. And I'd say that's probably good for those. All right, we'll talk about these last couple. All right, cool. The Circle Chase, drawn by my favorite. Cool. Love and Rockets is back with another issue. Only because you mentioned it, I'll bring it up. All right, so the first one out of some of these other ones that I always say, like, keep your eyes peeled for, Rick and Morty. This is issue number 4. This volume has kind of been focusing on Goldenfold. If you know that character, he's the math teacher, and it's kind of like another multi-dimensional. Like, there's a shitload of Goldenfolds, and they're all out to fight Rick. So it's been a fun read so far. If you're a Rick and Morty fan, it reads just like an episode would. I really enjoy it. Keep your eyes peeled for it. I felt as though this volume was really easy to jump on. It was basically like the start of everything new. Let's see. Been reading Rick and Morty. Definitely not as good as the show. I can definitely agree with that. I think it would be like a nice thing to just kind of buy your time for more Rick and Morty episodes, or if you're just, not watching the show at that moment for whatever reason. I don't think it's bad. There are definitely moments in those first couple of issues, so this was the first time I've ever read Rick and Morty. The first series, first everything. It was a brand new ongoing, so I thought, why not give it a shot? And there's a few moments where I had a nice little smile. Nothing where I was like dying laughing or anything dumb like that. But it filled the void of the show. Rick and Morty, I don't read many non-superhero books. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I'm getting to the point where I'm not reading as many superhero books at all. Oh, that's cool. Bone Factory says, read the first issue of Gangster Ass Barista. It was interesting. Kind of a Clerks meets Reservoir Dogs feel. That's cool. Mark, Whatnot books aren't great so far. I have heard good stuff about Liquid Kill. I will say that. I'm not reading it. It's the only one, besides Quested, which I also brought up. It's the only series from Whatnot that I wasn't able to get my hands on. But I heard great things about Liquid Kill. But I only heard great things about the first issue of Liquid Kill. I haven't heard anyone continue on with it. Same thing with Quested. Well, actually, let's check the covers out, because they usually have cool covers. No homages? Actually, this is an homage, isn't it? At least I think it is. Nice covers, though. The other one we got is Quested issue number 5. Let's see. Oh, I love these covers. I told you guys last time. If you guys are fans, here, I'll bring it up for you. I'll bring it up for you. Here we go. I always say, if you guys are fans of these kind of homages, like the N64 ones that I was showing you from here, like if you guys like this stuff, I'm telling you, Bird City Comics, they have quite a few of them, and I feel like they're all very, very awesome. Let's see, like right here. I mean, this is the Dark Ride. This is the N64. Was it the Power? Doesn't say it on there. Well, it's like it's the magazine one, I think. You got Mario. Let's see, what other ones? I know there's a lot more. Let's see, I don't even know how you really look. Nintendo, yes, the Nintendo Power Mag, yes. Oh, and I forgot that they had the Goosebumps. Man. Yeah, Bird City. If I was to get exclusives, like, I usually don't get exclusives, and I usually don't do that stuff. Nah, not today, Connor. Not today. I would go with Bird City Comics to get my exclusives, honestly. Look, some of these are just so nice. They're very unique. Damn, these are killer. And then we got some David Mack on Ice Cream Man. More Ice Cream Man goodness. Yeah, these are dope. I like these a lot. That's where I recommend getting exclusives from. I think they have the nicest ones. Back to Quested, though. That's pretty much it for Quested. If you guys are reading Quested, let me know. Let's see. Unknown Comics. Unknown Comics does have good ones. I will say that too. But what it wasn't me, but I was talking to, I can't remember if it was Comics Elite or Unknown Comics, but a while back when I was doing a Whatnot auction for the shop, everybody was complaining about one of them, and I don't remember which one, so I don't want to throw potentially the wrong one under the bus. It was either Unknown or Comics Elite, and everybody in chat was talking about how they always have issues with their books. This was from Tokyo Pop. I didn't even know that Resident Evil currently had an ongoing of some sort. Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of ongoing, or at least a 5-issue miniseries. Based on a 2021 Netflix animated series, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. This is an exciting tie-in that's me reading. I was about to say, am I going crazy again on this one? There's no way we got 3 with mistakes. Had to be unknown. Took 4 months to receive an order once. Ooh. That's not good. Part of me does think it was them, but that's why I said I don't want to throw the wrong name under the bus, but I feel like it was. What's the other spot? TT or TFIF, things from another. Yeah, TFAF or something like that. Oops. Things from. I think it's these guys. Things from another. TFAW, that's what it is. See, I don't know if they do exclusives, though. I think they kind of just sell everything. I think this is like a spot to buy books. Kind of like, I don't want to call it like a My Comic Shop, but I feel like these guys are more along the lines of a My Comic Shop. Let's see. You going to be watching the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers? Oh, is that when it comes? Is it tomorrow? Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it at night. Maybe we can talk about it on a Thursday stream. Let's see. Look at that. Something epic from Bird City, and it's unknown. 6 months after a friend died to get a book from. Wow, that's ridiculous, man. Ryan, what's good, man? Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for popping in, buddy. And there we go. And here's Love and Rockets. Somebody mentioned it. I think it was Mark. Mark McGrath said another Love and Rockets coming out, so it's finally back. But those are all from these indie publishers. The one that I'm going to be grabbing from them, Black Tape issue number 3. I can't hype that shit up enough. It's a very good read. Great artwork, great story, great characters. It's AWA. Shit is always fire. I think that's going to be it from them. For me, though, if my shop gets Chilling Adventures presents The Cult of That Wilkin Boy, I'm definitely going to be looking at that too. And I know for a fact my shop is not going to get it, but where is it? The 7 Years in Darkness number 1. I'm definitely going to try to check that out too. But like I said, I know damn well my shop isn't going to be getting that. Here we go. Next up, let's do the image. Yeah, image. Is there Skybound this week? There is one from Skybound. All right, here we go. Gotta get ready for this one. Oh, you're going to be getting the Mighty Barbarians. We'll see if my shop gets it. I feel like they're very hit or miss on Ablaze. They usually don't get Ablaze books. I feel like I've been getting very lucky with Children of the Black Sun. Although it's, 4 issues deep, and I did have to read one online. But the last time, there was only 1 issue left, so been getting lucky. Let's see. Let's start talking about these. I'm going to bring up Hitomi. I'm not reading that one, though. The Forged 2? What was the Forged 1? Let's see. I'm going to be grabbing that one. No. I believe this is also a series finale. All right. Luckily, Midtown gets everything. Yeah, dude, I would like to go to Midtown. If I ever go to New York City, I mean, I'm not that far away. If I ever go to New York, I would really like to go to Midtown. I've heard very good things about it. And I mean, they're lucky. It's arguably one of the biggest comic shops in New York. And I mean, is it probably one of the biggest sellers online too, as far as a weekly book goes? Gunslinger, Rogue Sun, No One, Time Before Time. Damn, man, Time Before Time. I feel like I started that series and I didn't like from what I remember, I'll bring it up just so we know what we're talking about here. I feel like I didn't like the artwork and the story. The story wasn't bad at all, but I was like, oh, so it's just going to be I think it was only supposed to be like a limited run, like 10 issues or something at the time. And I thought, oh, we're a couple issues deep. It's just okay. I don't think I'm going to be continuing on with this one. And I keep hearing how good it is. I think it's Fire Guy Ryan. I think he also really hypes this series up. And his opinion's pretty good to me. When I see Fire Guy Ryan talking about a comic, I'm like, I probably need to check that one out. Let's see. Forge is the new Greg Rucka series. Oh, it's magazine size. If anything, that's why I skipped out on the first one. KO. I appreciate that, man. I'm saying, hopefully New York Comic Con. Hopefully I'm there. And Kaiser says he gave up on Time Before Time around issue 10. Like I said, I don't blame you, but I heard it's really good. Oh yeah, Declan Shalvey was on that one for a bit. Well, still on it, but let's see. Time Before Time is great. Ah, man, everyone keeps typing it up. That's obviously going to be a hardcover at some point. Well, all right. So now that how do you, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. How do you register for New York Comic Con? Because is it hey, John, what's going on, buddy? Now, is it the newsletter sign up? Is that what we have to do? Do you guys sign up for the newsletter and then you get a registration form? Because right through here, I don't know, because it's not membership, because I went on the membership side. And I've never done this before, so I know somebody in this chat's going to know it a little bit easier than I do. I bought tickets online from there. Can you just casually buy tickets? Yeah, coming soon. See, this is what people are saying. I have to register. I sent you a link. Oh, all right. I'll have to check that. Thank you. I'll have to check that. Just show up and say it's me. That's not going to work, man. They're not even going to know who the hell I am. But here's the other cover for it. Last year's my first con. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you had a good time. Saturday. Now, I believe it. I'm sure Saturday sells out quite easily. But going back to Image. Oh, No One. Just yell, don't you know who I am? You know what's real sad? And what's really funny? I'd be willing to bet money that there are YouTubers out there, and there's probably people that are on Instagram that, I don't know, that probably think that they're just this fucking massive deal. And I would not be surprised if some of them show up to these cons and they're just like, you don't know who I am? I'm blah, blah, blah from Instagram, or I have X amount of subscribers on YouTube. I bet you there's probably a lot of people that do shit like that. But yo, we can keep going on with that. If anybody's got some stories from cons, I've heard some stuff, but I'm not going to throw people's names out there like some other people do. I don't like doing that stuff. But so we got, oh man, yo, no one's a solid ass read. This so far, I know it's only one issue, but I feel like No One is probably my favorite from the Masses verse. So we'll say it this way. No One is my favorite first issue of all the stuff that I've read from the Massiverse. Going forward, it's probably going to be a banger of a series, but I can't put it in the same category as some of the other ones that I've read because it's so long. Like the other ones are so like in depth right now, like they're deep in the series. But as far as first issues goes, this one got number 1, I believe, on my top. I'm pretty sure it got number 1 on my top 10 list. If it wasn't number 1, it was number 2. But as soon as I was done reading that, I thought, man, I need another issue. This shit was fire. This one was really good. And here's some of the other covers. I'll bring these up and I can check out some of these comments. So yeah, I'm sure there are people like that for sure. A lot of comic TikTokers are like the comic TikTokers, bro. TikTok needs to go away. They need to ban that shit for good. I hate that app. You can scalp a ticket at the door if you're rich. Well, I'm definitely not, but let's see, one issue, but what an issue. Yeah, that's why, CAKS, that's why I wanted to correct myself. As far as a first issue goes, I can't compare it to the other ones just yet, but as far as the first one goes, I liked it the most out of all of them. And The Forge. I'm about to start putting money aside right now because I want a Ken Lashley sketch or Scotty. Ooh, I wonder if Scotty... I feel like Scotty would go to that. That's why I tell my wife when I spend money on comics. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know? I worked 40 plus hours a week for this book. That's just going to sit in a box. Is Nightwalker still coming out this week? Definitely, like, come on. No one was... Oh, man. Radiant Pink. No one won versus Radiant Pink. Wait, am I reading this one right? Definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, oh, yeah. All right. I just had to make sure I was reading that right. Radiant Pink won. Garbage. That series is my least favorite from the Massiverse. It's just, I don't know what they're doing with it. It's not good at all though. Ideal City, what's up, man? Is No One tied to Radiant Black? Never gone to Radiant, but this seemed cool. It shouldn't be. I mean, as of now, no. I think for the most part, a lot of these kind of like one-off series, they're kind of their own thing. I don't think really anything has been going back into Radiant Black, at least not yet. Because the other Radiant series like Radiant Pink, Radiant Red, that obviously is dealing with Radiant Black. But Rogue Sun, I'm pretty sure it's its own thing. What's the other one? It's like Good Guys. Is that what it is? Maybe something like that. That one I'm not reading either. But I heard that one's very good. And now one issue deep into this one, I think this one's pretty much its own thing as well. TikTok is extremely addictive, and that's why I think they do need to get rid of it. I feel like TikTok is poison for your brain. You guys are saying LOL and you guys are laughing, but I really do. There's nothing you get out of TikTok besides constant scrolling. It's like your brain is being, I was going to say quickly fried, but I feel like it really is. I didn't even like the issue she was in on Radiant Black. I think the character fits. I understand they're trying to go for a little bit younger of a route. She's a streamer. And she's just this, Radiant Pink character. But, Dead Lucky. You're right, Henny. Dead Lucky's the one. What did I say? Good Guys? I'm a fucking idiot. No, Dead Lucky's the one I was thinking of. But no, Radiant Pink is just like, it's whatever. She wants to be a streamer, cool. But keep it still within the Radiant Black's kind of realm of things that's happening. It turned more into a love story. And it's just not good. I'm sure my attention span has gone down so much because of TikTok. I'm willing to bet money that, see, I obviously don't know what's going on. If people in the chat right now have kids that are maybe 3 to 5, I feel like they're the ones where if they watch TikTok constantly or they're constantly watching things like that, they're the ones that are going to get the most damage done to. Let's see. Rogue Sun's my favorite, but No One premiere issue was fantastic. I hear from everybody Rogue Sun's probably the best, and sadly, that's the one I'm not reading either. I won't get into conspiracies behind TikTok as well. Stay away, y'all. Oh, the conspiracies. I love it. I love conspiracies. I'll have to check some of them out. No one has a sweet pie. Oh, Zach and Bree, you are right. I always forget to mention it. I think it's at the end. I don't even remember where they put it, but I think at the very end of it, well, during the issue, one of the main characters, their job is kind of like it pretty much, I think, is a podcast, or it's some sort of news, whatever. And they want her to do more on the No One character, figure out who it is. And I think if I can remember, she doesn't want to do it at all. But then at the end of the issue, it's kind of one of those, listen here for more on No One, like the No One podcast. And I heard it's awesome, but I didn't tune into it. Let's see. No One is waiting for me at the old LCS in Chicago. Even if I fall down a YouTube Shorts hole, I'm angry after like 30 minutes. YouTube Shorts are cool too. I actually stopped doing YouTube Shorts mainly because I felt I feel like it's the same thing as TikTok. And if it's something I don't like to watch, I know people do like to watch it. It didn't seem, I don't know, worth it to me. The only reason I would like to do more YouTube Shorts is kind of more of like a PSA type of thing. Like, hey guys, going to be going live now, or I'm going to be doing this, or I just picked this up. But to me, that's not really what a YouTube short is designed for. That's more of your specific audience. And YouTube doesn't have something like that at this moment where you can just put something out for your audience only. Because that's what I would like to do. I would like to put more content out that way, like specifically for people who are subscribed. But until that time comes, I mean, I'm not going to put out like a 30-second real video where any just random person can just watch it. Dude, Andrew, I've told like 3 different people so far that story. I sadly didn't take pictures of it. I really wish I would have. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just so disgusted. I had gloves on. I didn't want to touch anything. But my girlfriend did see it. So, yeah, I do have one witness of how gross it was. I swear on my life, it was a PS3 Slim, and it was, there was like, I swear there's probably like 25 dead roaches in it, maybe more than that. And it was just infested with just that fucking, that's it. We're done. All right. We're back to the rest of the chat. Yeah, Joseph, there is a No One podcast. I don't get what the difference between Instagram and TikTok. Oh, well, Instagram is you can still put pictures on there, and you can still do pictures. But that's basically what it's come down to. You still have a feed, at least on Instagram. TikTok is you're just going. That's all you're doing. So I don't go on Instagram too often anymore. I pretty much primarily just stick to YouTube. So the reason I brought up Hitomi was because it is the series finale. I just want to make sure everyone who is reading this series but might not have it on their pull list, make sure you check it out because, like I said, it's the series finale. Read the first few issues. I don't think it was that good. I think it was okay. I think when I reviewed the first 2 issues, maybe even the first 3, I don't remember how many I read. I think I put them all when I did the top 10 list around 5, maybe even number 6. I don't think they were bad, but I don't think they were good. There's just like an okay series, but if you're reading it all at once, it's probably a lot better. The covers were cool. I do like the artwork as well. Let's see. Hitomi's journey concludes in this heart-pounding final issue of the series Monkeys Fighting Robots, called one of the best debuts in 2022. Oh, I thought at first I was like, what the hell is Monkeys Fighting Robots? But it's somebody who's calling Hitomi one of the best debuts of 2022. I was like, what is that? TikTok. That too. Let's see. Hitomi is dope. Really puts you into feudal Japan. I think I'd have to go back and reread this one as a trade paperback or all at once. I think did it get delayed? Oh, for March 26th? Holy crap. So it's been delayed from March 26th to at least tomorrow now. Oh yeah, nothing. Facebook is also hot garbage. So for this next one, I didn't really know anything about this series, The Forged. I didn't even recall the first issue coming out. But somebody in chat earlier, for some reason, I think it was Mark McGrath, but whoever did, they said this is one of those prestige uh, prestige size issues, so it's the bigger ones. I never get those. I never know what the hell to do with them. They sit, they just sit, and I don't have a bag and board for them. You can't really put them on a shelf because it's still just a regular comic, so they can get damaged pretty easily. So I stopped getting all of them, and if they come out the hardcover, then I read it. Let's see, Last Barbarians. So Last Barbarians. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've hyped it up. I've hyped it up a good bit. I think it's a good series. I really like Hellcop. I don't think it's as good as Hellcop was. I like the whole like hell, different dimensions, different monsters aspect to Hellcop. And for the first arc, well, I think there was like 3 arcs in Hellcop so far, but I think the first arc was probably the best. I think it had the most, like the most kind of world building going on, and that kind of really honed in on a specific thing as the series progressed. The Last Barbarians, I think it's off to a pretty good start, and I still think it's very unique. The artwork's just not doing it for me. It's the same art from Hellcop. It looks very, let's see, nah, it doesn't look anything like that. I'll bring it up for you guys. Let's see. This is the art. This is the artwork. Ah, damn it. Wait, hold on. There might be interior art. Yeah. So that's the artwork. It's not bad. I just sometimes it looks a little bit too digital to me, in my opinion. If you know what I mean. Like there's a few panels or a few panels. There's more than a few pages in this series and in Hellcop 2 where it looks like it was really done on like an iPad or some sort of, I don't want to call it Photoshop, but something on the computer. Very digital. And it just, I don't know, the artwork doesn't always do it for me. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, here we go. I broke my rule with heavy metal. My LCS cut a special board for the issue. All right, that's different then. Covers of these are so good. I always pass on those mag-sized books. That's why I don't collect Wonder Woman Death. That's why I didn't read that one at the time either, despite hearing how good it was. Reminds me a lot of a less slightly Vox Machina. I'd have to recheck out that artwork. I got bags and boards for Swamp Thing Green Hell, but there really is no way to store the prestige format. It sucks. There's like that one. I would like to get Green Hell, but I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it. I think right now, right now I have them all. It was the Harley Quinn ones, like Harleen, and there was another one I think similar to that. I've got them just sitting on a shelf, and those were the last ones that I picked up. Let's see. Got bag. Oh yeah. Hellcop is one of the few books I disagree with you about. Absolutely hated it. I like it because of the monsters and the demons that are in it, but I will agree with that I can see why it's not a really popular one. I've liked it, but I think for the most part, it's never really cracked like the top 3. I think for the most part, it's like 4 or 5, maybe 6 when I did top 10 lists. So I like it, but it's not, I don't go out of my way usually to say like, oh, you really got to check this one out. So with that being said, though, The Last Barbarians, I have liked it so far, but I still feel as though the story's lacking, I think. I don't think there's a lot going on. I'll put it that way. There's a lot of different characters. There's a lot of stuff that's up in the air. And was this issue number 3? Yeah, issue number 3. So I understand why they're kind of keeping everything ominous right now and a mystery, but we'll see. After this issue, I might not keep going with it. Let's see. KO. Last Barbarian is pretty, but has weak writing. Agree on that. Artwork, but no story. Vox Machina, Last Barbarian. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I have a magazine box for the odd sizes. Well, we are on to the next one, and that one is Terror War. I think that's a good way to put it. Terror War looks interesting, question mark. So before even diving into it, you look at the cover. Cover looks cool. Written by Saladin Ahmed. Just got done doing Miles Morales Spider-Man. I thought he did a killer job on that series. Cover B is all right. Nothing too special about Cover B, but I think Cover A looks the best. Let's see what other people are saying. Is this going to be a mini or ongoing? Let's see. I believe ongoing. Yeah, usually how it goes. He looks terrified. Oh, Joseph, I totally agree with you on that. It's well, at the same time, it's what he got. Something happened to him, and now he's just, you know, he can't. I don't think he can speak, or he can only say a few things. He kind of reminds me of what Hodor from freaking Game of Thrones. That's actually what it reminded me of. Like that character reminded me straight up of Hodor. Uh, Not intelligent, can't really talk, very strong, and just kind of listens and does what you tell him to do. So they can go a lot of different ways with that story. Yeah, Joseph, I agree with you. Where he finally had some knowledge and he was like, yes, let's do this. And he was like a real character. Just make him a real character then. So a little bit about this one. Let's see. Debut with this sci-fi horror series. I mean, you got me on horror. Sci-fi, for the most part, I'm pretty on board. About working people fighting mind-bending monsters. I love monsters. Blue City was the last livable place on Earth. Now it's crawling with terrors, creatures that transform into their victims' worst fears. Humanity's last hope? Muhammad Cho and his overworked, underpaid crew of freelance terror fighters. It sounds good. Yeah, Breezy. R.I.P., baby. Yeah, I think what everybody is saying, cover looks enticing. He looks terrified, looks interesting, sounds cool. I think so too. I think it sounds cool, and I think the premise of it sounds pretty unique. We'll see how it goes, though. I'll definitely grab the first issue. 100% grab the first issue. Bugs. Why is it always bugs? I will say there's a lot of bugs. Well, actually, does it say bugs in this one? Doesn't say bugs. Well, actually, there's bugs on the front cover. But yeah, if we're looking at bugs, though, so this one's bugs. Well, I was gonna say the Dead Seas is ghosts, but Last Breath has a lot of bugs and creepy crawlies in it. And there's another one. Oh, F This Place is also bugs once they go out into the forest. So yeah, I guess you're right. There's a lot of bugs. First issue, they battle a giant army of PS5 cockroaches. Oh my god. I'm telling you, I'm trying to put this in a perspective of I'm sitting here, right? Like I'm sitting here at this desk. I start unscrewing one of the screws, and a fucking bug crawls out of it, and I smashed it right away. It wasn't a cockroach. It was a little tiny, like, beetle. And I thought, that's it. I'm getting gloves. I'm taking this right outside. And as soon as I started cracking some of the screws off and, like, you know, jimmying it out, and you saw not the dust, but, like, dead bug pieces kind of just, like, poof off to the sides, and you see just debris starting to fall out of it as I'm cracking the system open. I thought, man, do I even open this thing up? And then I saw another little bug crawl out, and I was like, ugh. I did it anyway, right? So, you know, I'm screwing it real nice and slow. I'm thinking, man, if there's a cockroach or there's a bug that just like a bigger one that pops out this thing, I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm going at it, and I open this thing, and I'm telling you, the fan had dead cockroaches in it. You saw them just like smashed somehow within like some of the other parts. I'm looking at this, and here's the real kicker. Here's the real thing. The disc drive, right? The disc drive on it was a PS3 Slim. The disc drive on it was completely rusted, right? And you're thinking, yeah, it's a shitty system. There's all these bugs in it. Whatever. Of course, that sounds right. No, nothing else was rusted, which means that disk drive is where all of the bugs probably fucking died or pissed and shit or whatever these bugs did. I don't know what they did to this disk drive, but it was completely rusted out. Just that. Nothing else was. And I saw like a couple of these other little ass beetles crawling around in there, and I'm like kind of turning it to the side, like, can I just take a peek at some others? And I don't know if you've ever opened it up, but the power supply on the backside that has those little grates on it, all you saw was dead fucking bugs in there too. And I was just, this is ridiculous. This was absolutely ridiculous. I think I had to say like fucking 3 Hail Marys when I was done, just because I was like, this is the nastiest thing I've ever touched. I need something to help me out there. But then it's like I'm really thinking about it. I don't want to keep harping on this one, but as I'm thinking about it a little bit more, my brain starts telling me this is how somebody lived. This was in somebody's house. If this is what the PlayStation looks like, imagine what the rest of the house looked like. Imagine what the fucking cabinets looked like. The fridge underneath things. Oh my God. And you know, I was telling this story to somebody and they said, well, what if it was in a shed? What if it was in a garage? I don't give a shit. That means that shed is just as disgusting. That means the garage is just as disgusting. Wherever it was has got to be the grossest thing ever. And if they leave that way, that means their house is most likely that way as well. It was so gross. It came from Arkansas, if anyone's interested. It came from Arkansas. Let's see. It was their den. The dish drive is where they made the babies. That's sad. So gross. Like I threw it away. I threw the whole thing away. Didn't keep any of it. Roaches are the best reason to not live in a big city. Agree with that. I fucking hate roaches. Yeah, my shed's tidy too, man. I don't think it's that hard of a concept. Keep it tidy, keep it clean, really simple. But back to these. I'm sure that'll come up again at some point. Because I have been refurbishing a lot of systems. I've officially got two PS2 sets fully ready to go. A PS3's ready to go. And I've got a GameCube. So I'm getting a little collection for, I don't know, maybe a con, or I put them up on eBay or maybe whatnot or something. But Mr. Negative, as someone from Arkansas, that tracks. I've never been to Arkansas, but that's where it came from. But Voyages, real quick, Voyages, I brought this one up because this is also the mini-series finale, so if it's not on your poll list, but you're reading it, last one of the series, make sure you keep your eyes peeled for it. And here's cover B for it. Let's see. Anyway, Voyages 5. Living in Colorado, I've never seen a roach in my life. I'm sure they exist here, but I've never seen a single one. I've only ever seen roaches in my life when I lived in Texas. When I lived in Oklahoma, I've never seen a roach. When I lived in Texas, when I was stationed at Shepherd, I saw a fuckload of roaches. I didn't see any roaches when I was at basic training, but my tech school at Shepherd, I saw them all the time. It was disgusting. I hated it. The neighbors focused on PS5 last night. The neighbors. Oh, gotcha. This one, I put this as a new series. I don't know. I don't think this is a new series. Completely remastered. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Completely remastered for a new generation. The Stoner's do-it-yourself guide to making pipes, building a greenhouse, and care and maintenance of home growing. How to make hashish, and much, much more. Whether you're new to the culture or a seasoned vet, this is the only reference book you'll need. And it's got a blank sketch cover. 420 books from Image are always on point. You know, Shambeak, I agree with that. Shambeak, every time that there's a stoner book from Image, I feel like they kill it. They knock it out of the park. Like the one that they do the one-shots for, they had a something McTiernan's. They did a Halloween one. They did a 420. They did a Christmas one, and they got another one coming out. Those have all been awesome. So I don't know what this actually, I mean, I don't want to say, I don't know what this is, speaking because it says it's a stoner's do-it-yourself guide to making pipes. It might be fun to look at. Yeah, it sounds like a cool book. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like on the inside, whether it really is just like random ass pipes you can make or whatever out of bongs, but it might be cool to look at. Let's see. Kaiser. Well, I used to work in pest control in Chicago. The fancy restaurants downtown had the most... Oh, stop. Smoking from an apple. It's been a long time since that, man. Summoners War Awakening. It is a new volume, not a brand new series. There is other Summoners War stuff. So for that, I don't know if it's going to be a good jumping on point for new readers, but I just want to give you a heads up that if you're a fan of this series, it is back. And that's everything from Image this week. I'm going to be grabbing No One, Last Barbarians, and Terror War. And I'll take a peek at the Dr. Atomic, the Pipe and Dope book. We'll see what it looks like. But Terror Wars should be cool. Salad and Almond's a great writer, but the one I'm looking forward to most from them is definitely going to be No One. It really is. Everyone, if you're watching this now, you're going to be tuning in after the stream ends. Go back, check those comments out. Everyone is hyping up No One. No One is phenomenal. Joseph out to buy apples. Man, you didn't have to put that dono in there, but I really appreciate it. Here we go. And let's go to... what were we just doing? Oh, Boom Studios. Boom Studios having a little bit bigger of a week. Decent. I'm going to bring up the two I'm getting, and then The Expanse is a brand new one. And for some odd reason, I think there's something important about Power Rangers, but I don't know. I'll bring up that just because there's only one book left anyway. We're going to check out House of Slaughter first. House of Slaughter, I'm going to be real with you guys. I have talked a lot of shit on House of Slaughter. I really have. I've said a lot of negative things about it. I've talked very poorly on it. I always said it's skippable. I said it's this. I said it's that. I've said a lot. What I will say is the stuff with Edwin, the stuff with the Scarlet Mask, I thought that was all right. Compared to the first arc, it was great. It was phenomenal. But in the grand scheme of it, I thought they wrapped it up kind of meh. Now, with this latest arc, I think this latest arc has been great. I really do. Says, terrified and without a prayer, Sonny faces a deadly hazing ritual. Can he survive on his own, or will the monster emerging from the dark be his end? I think they have done a good job with expanding on the story, bringing in, the Butcher's House. I like the introduction of those characters, and now we get to see, what is his name? Jace. They brought Jace back into it. Obviously a little bit older. And he's trying to get that kid back. That was part of his group. He's basically taking these ragtag kids that he doesn't want to be part of any of these House of Slaughters, any of these houses. He doesn't want them to be a part of it, so they're living out in the middle of nowhere, away from everybody, trying to stay safe from them. But now we got this character, Jolly, if you can see her. She's terrifying. She's not like Cutter from the Something is Killing the Children series, but she's definitely got something sinister going on, and like I said, they've done a great job with this new arc. I always have to give them props. Credits due when it's deserved, and it's absolutely deserved on this one. And I think I saw something about the cover. Yeah, Liz, I love this cover too. It's a great one. Getting a little tired of Slaughter, but I still buy it. Now House of Slaughter, I can agree. If it just like kind of ended and never came back again, I'd be okay with it. Something is Killing Children, though, has still consistently been phenomenal. I like this cover too. 1 in 50. I think the craziest thing, I was thinking about this the other day. What was it, like 2 years ago or maybe a year ago at this, I'm losing track of time, maybe 3 years ago. Whenever comics and new comics really popped off and everybody was going to New Comic Book Day to buy all of the new releases, they want that one random ass character that now is going to be a cameo / first appearance that will probably never come back again. People, when they were going crazy over that, series like this, like Something is Killing the Children, House of Slaughter, a 1 in 50, people were losing their minds over some of these incentives. The fact that you can go back and look at you can tell when comics were super popular. You could see it with Stray Dogs with the fucking 400 variants and exclusives they did. Something is Killing the Children. They even had a little spurt of these random exclusives, like a ton of them. I'm talking like 30 to 40 covers. So it's crazy to see that happening. And then some, even in Marvel, they were having even like 10 covers. And that's kind of, I don't want to say it's unheard of for Marvel, but Marvel usually doesn't have a lot of covers like that. DC was having a ton. And even some of these other publishers were having a lot of variants and exclusives coming out. It's like everybody was getting an exclusive at some point. But on top of that, you don't see a lot of these publishers doing second prints anymore. Marvel used to have a second print for damn near every book that they were coming out with. It really sucks to see that New Comic Book Day just isn't what it was anymore, because it's cool knowing that the books they're putting out are still very good, so the hype behind them isn't there anymore. But I also think that the hype was there because people were going out there to buy these books. And that was also just kind of the magic of New Comic Book Day. You saw all these people, all these new people. And yeah, some of them were buying it to flip, but I mean, they were still at the shop getting that book, and it gave them an opportunity to talk about it too. Like, this first appearance is here. This book is, people are really specking on this book. And over the last year or so, you just don't hear those conversations anymore. It's like you bring up New Comic Book Day. This shit's like a ghost town. There's no lines at the shop like there was a couple of years ago. The walls are still pretty full. And I don't know. It just sucks to see. But like I said, books are still real good. Blair, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good today. KO says, yeah, Harrower is tempting. I think the best way to go into Harrower, in my opinion, is you got to treat it like an 80s slasher film. Treat it like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, something like that. Because, I mean, those movies are good, right? We can all agree that those movies, they're cheesy at some points, but it's good. It's an 80s slasher film. You want to see Jason, you want to see Freddy, you want to see him in action, you want to see him kill these people, you want to see him mow them down. That's why you're watching those movies. You're not watching it for some in-depth plot. You know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to come back to life. If it's Freddy, he's going to be haunting their dreams, and now we have these people who have to stop the monster, stop the killer. That's kind of what this is. That's how I'm treating it. The focus on the last issue was the Harrower, and he is at this party, and he's just going to town on everybody, and it's awesome. So I'm guessing this issue, people are going to come together a little bit more and try to figure out what's going on. Like, they're going to be like, oh, the Harrower's back, something stupid like that. And then you figure out how to stop him. If you go into it like that, and you're not really expecting this backstory, you're not expecting these plot developments, this character development, and you just take it for exactly what it is, it's a good series. I think they really hit the nail on the head of an 80s slasher film. But I understand that's also not for everybody. Might be good for future value of books coming out now, smaller print runs. That's true too. Look at some of them. They were getting second, third prints. Indies are the books I'm hearing most about. That's true too. No one's really talking about DC and Marvel. People are talking about some stuff from Batman, like the Deadly Duo and the One Bad Days, like stuff like that. But for the most part, even if you can go back and look at the Batman ongoings, at the time it was Tynion writing it, and there's a few first appearances. We had the designer, what the hell's her name? Punchline, the Clown Hunter. Like, they had those, and people were losing their minds over these characters. So like, oh my god, brand new Clown Hunter, we got the designer. The next Harley Quinn is here with Punchline. That's what stuff that people was talking about then. And you just don't see that anymore. You can, we'll go on Key Collector at the end of this, so we can talk about first appearances. I'm willing to bet money, though, nobody's going to give a shit about any of these first appearances. Something that happens, look at Guardians of the Galaxy last week. They called it Groot Fall or something like that, like this big, massive event that deals with all the Groots. I didn't see one person bring that up, besides in chat here, that said, yeah, they did something cool with Groot Fall. That's it, though. Not really getting anything original from DC Marvel. That's what it is, CAKS. That's why I always talk about indies and I hype them up. It doesn't matter who the company is. It feels like it's a very original story that's incredibly unique. And I do get, this is what I was saying earlier, I do get that from Marvel and DC it's a little bit harder because you have to follow the same kind of format. Superhero, villain, what's going to happen? What's he going to do? He's going to save the day. He's going to stop the bad guy in your Thor, your Hulk, your Miles Morales, your ASM. It's the same shit in everything. It really is. But it comes down to the writing. How is the info presented to you? What is the character and plot developments? Is there anything going on behind the scenes? Are there any new monsters? Is there any big first appearances? What's happening in these series? And there's really not much. There really isn't. And it's a shame because it feels so cookie cutter at this point. And there's nothing special about some of these books. And it's for series that I love, like Miles Morales. Like I said, Miles Morales has been very good because it's been focused on a brand new character. And she's batshit crazy. But ASM's garbage at this point. And Spitzkoff Larry, if you're watching this right now, man, it's not good, bro. I'm sorry. It's just not good. Thor hasn't been doing it for me. The new Hulk series is garbage, but at least I give Donny Cates props on that Hulk series. While it didn't land and it didn't really work well for me, That's a lot different than pretty much any of the other Hulk shit that we've read in a very long time. So I give him props for at least trying. Didn't really land, but I'm excited for the next Hulk run. Let's see. I was at a different comic store today, and they were like, our DC and Marvel books are on the other side. I literally said, Nah, I feel you. Although my Marvel pull list is growing a little bit. Mine hasn't been. Green Arrow could be good. I don't really care about Green Arrow, though, sadly. I don't know. DC, I'm very picky. I did pick up Superman. I like Superman. But I don't know. Batman, it's the stuff I prefer is the events and the black labels and the little mini-series. That stuff's always been good to me. When the Ross covers end next week, my Marvel buys drop by 60%. I believe it. Throw in the inconsistencies of artists, writers, and the run you're invested in. That'll take you out. Oh my. Yo, Andrew Ryan Bailey. 100%. When you have a new writer, and I mean, I get sometimes things happen, but look at Carnage. Ron V just started getting everything going for his Carnage series. And then all of a sudden, now we got Alex Pac-Nadal. And I give him props because he's been doing a good job on it so far. But look at Thor. We're deep in the series, and all of a sudden we got Torin Grunback. Nick Klein's not on it anymore. Donny Cates isn't on his series anymore. This is an ongoing series. I feel you that, maybe halfway through or maybe 30 issues in, if it even goes that long, get a new writer on it. Or what you could do is have like a big 25th issue and get a new writer, something along those lines, or wrap it up and restart. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but it's just been, it does suck when you have something you're really enjoying and a new artist comes on and the art sucks, or a new writer takes over and you feel the vibe completely change in the book that you're reading. You're right. It makes you want to stop getting it. Let's see. A big mistake of the day was not bringing the water. Joseph L. Planet of the Apes, Predator, Alien, X-23, Rogue Gambit, Yoda. I will tell you, though, Planet of the Apes, Predator, and Alien have all been good. I didn't get the second issue for X-23. I either didn't recall seeing it. Oh, shit. No, that was the week. I had like 15 books that week, and I just didn't get it. Down to Riddler on my DC after One Bad Day ended. Riddler, I heard, is really good. I will say that. In Kaiser, I don't know if it was you that told me, but somebody told me that Batman Superman World's Finest does have a hardcover out. If anyone is interested, they have a hardcover for the first volume on Amazon for like $22. So definitely going to keep going. I'm probably going to pick that one up at some point. Joseph L. Those Alex Ross covers are still getting me pumped for... Oh, dude. That Thanos one, I think that's on... Is that on Warlock? That's probably the only way I'm picking up that Warlock book is if I can get that Thanos cover. Texas Snake, Ant-Man Quantumania is available for digital purchase, buy or wait. Man, I just wait for Disney Plus. That's what I'm doing. I really don't like to buy things digitally. I feel like I am wasting money. I like to have physical copies of everything. Movies, games, comics, all that shit. Let's see. POTA. What's POTA? Unless if I missed it. Let's see. Haven't read X-23 2 yet. Caution. I thought 1 was a really good jump on point for new readers. Oh yeah, and I mean that's what brought me to what I was saying before. Did it go him and then Tynion? I think, or was it Taylor, Tynion, and then Chip Zdarsky took over? There are so many writers over the course of like 30 issues. Planet of the Apes might be. Good call, Preston. Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it was a really good first issue. I don't even look to see what books there are. I just buy Alex Ross covers. My shop hasn't been getting as many as I thought they would. I'm really surprised. Kaiser, yes, World's Finest got me going to the store on a Tuesday. Damn, it's that good. That good, huh? I'm picking up that Warlock book and avoiding that Thanos cover. Woo, Kaiser. I hope Warlock's good though. I don't really have a lot of faith in it. I'm gonna be real with you. Damn, look at the Campbell variant for Harrower. That's a 1 in 15, I think it said. Yeah, 1 in 15. That one's creepy. Let's see. Best book best Batman comics. I'll see if I can get it's like $22, but I'll see what I can do about getting that hardcover. I wanted to bring this one up for you guys. If you guys are a fan of The Expanse, it says it's picking up after the final season of the acclaimed and beloved sci-fi series and filling in the missing years between The Expanse, Babylon's Ashes, and The Expanse, Persepolis Rising. The secret history of your favorite characters are revealed for the first time. 12-issue series, folks. If you're a fan of The Expanse and you watch it, definitely going to have to pick this one up. Starlin is. Except I don't really like the new series from Dark Horse. I did not like that first issue at all. And I think the next one's coming out this week. So we'll be talking about it shortly. Did I bring this one up? Nah, nothing. I thought it was important for some reason, but I love these covers. The Ivan Tao. Ivan Tao's been doing exclusives on all of the Power Rangers. I'll be buying all 12. Awesome. The Expanse is good. I actually never watched the show either. Was there something on this one? K-Bar. Stopping for gas. You got no idea how this... K-Bar, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that, buddy. I was going to say, I know you messaged earlier saying that you were going to be listening like a podcast style. So I'm glad you're staying safe driving, bud. Get wherever you're going, get there safely. A lot of crazies on the road, bud. I thought this was a bigger issue. I was wrong. But that's it for Boom Studios. I'm going to be grabbing House of Slaughter and Harrower. But everyone who enjoys The Expanse, definitely pick that one up too. Ooh, Kaiser, you are right on that one. You are right on that one, my friend. Let's see what we got next. Is Dark Horse a big week? No, Dark Horse. We'll do all three together. Dark Horse, IDW, and Dynamite. Let's see. We'll go down the list. So, like I said, I'm going to be I'm doing all Dark Horse, IDW, Dynamite together on this one, but we'll still go in the order that I usually do the video. So, Dark Horse. So this is a brand new one from them, All 8 Eyes, issue number 1. I don't know what Steve Fox has done, but it's like a horror series. And this is actually really funny because someone just said earlier, oh, he did World Tree? Oh, shit. Well, I might have to get this one. All right. World Tree and Department of Truth. Okay. All right. So it says this brand new series reunites the team of Fox, Kowalski, Colors, Brad Simpson, and Letter Hassan, Atsmani. Can't say that one. Following their collaboration in Razor Blades, the horror magazine, which I will say is not good. I'm not a fan of it at all. Everything is like 2 pages long. There's an absurd amount of short stories. Like the entire book is a shitload of short stories. And there's some that are extremely good, but it's like you flip the page and it's done. On to the next one. Page and a half later, done. Not for me. So let's see. All 8 Eyes takes readers back to the forgotten corners of post 9/11 New York City, where college dropout Vin Spencer floats through life in a drug and party-fueled haze until one terrible night sweeps him into a drifter's reckless war against the giant 8-legged horrors stalking the city's most vulnerable residents. That's funny because I think it was KO that said earlier, why does it always have to be bugs? So far, there's like 3 issues this week that are all horror, or 2 issues this week that are horror, and it's all bugs. Oh, I forgot, KO, it was your birthday today, man. Happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have a good time, and I hope your sushi's really good, too. Go enjoy it, man. Seriously. Let's see. And Brooke. Yeah, so it looks like another bug one. I'll if my shop has it, I'm going to take a peek. The only other one, really, no new stuff. My Little Pony, Best of Twilight Sparkle. That's a new one-shot for you My Little Pony fans out there. The Starlin one that I was talking about was Order and Outrage number 2. I really didn't like that first issue. I didn't think it was good. The artwork was nice, though. Yeah, All 8's going to be worth a look. I will say it's worth a look. The other thing that I want to mention with Darkwing Duck is I'm going to be real. I'm still not reading the series. I read the first issue. I really liked it. Nah, I take that back. I read the first 2 issues. I did like it. I don't buy comic books for this type of stuff. Now, Scar, on the other hand, was extremely good because I think it had more of an adult vibe, like feel and vibe to it. Darkwing Duck is like the show. Amanda Dibert, she did a great job recapturing some of the episodes felt like Rick and Morty. It almost felt as if I was reading an episode. I think she did a great job with it. The artwork was great too. Obviously, always really cool covers. But that reminds me, tomorrow at 6 o'clock EST on the EXP, it's THE_EXP. I got all their shit down below in the description. I'm going to be going live with them from 6 to 8 p.m. It's their comics and collectibles live stream. They do sales on there. We talk comics. We talk about a lot of really good stuff, but it's an opportunity to get some books. They always have slabs. They do sketch covers. They do a lot of other things. It's always a fun time. If you got any questions about it, let me know. But 6 o'clock tomorrow from 8, and I'm going to be on there, so we'll be kicking it and talking. There we go. And let's see. Happy birthday, Kay. Oh, yeah, everybody. Oh, shit. Kaiser. Happy, you should have put that in the, I can't even think right now. You should put that in the Discord. I didn't know it was your birthday, but happy birthday. Happy late birthday, but happy birthday to you, too. Fox was an editor on World Tree and Department of Truth. He apparently is co-creator of Web Weaver from Edge of Spider-Verse. Which one was Web Weaver? Well, yeah, if he is an editor then, and he approves World Tree and Department of Truth, then I got faith on this one. Oh, so, wait, Kaiser, so it is officially tonight. I tuned in last time. I did. So, if you guys are tuning in right now, it's L&C Lost in Comics, I think. I've never watched them before. I tuned in last week, and Jeff Lemire had to cancel. But I, for one, am a huge Jeff Lemire fan. He is probably my favorite writer, so I am absolutely going to tune into that to see how much fun it is. But that's it from these publishers. Next up, DC Comics. A little bit lighter of a week from them, too. Definitely bringing up this one. And Superman, I don't think... is this a new one? It is a new one. And DC's on Tales. So I'll bring up all the new ones. So I bring up all the new ones and the ones I'm getting. But if any of these other ones you want me to bring up, we can talk about it, too. Oh, Joseph L. I absolutely read Sweet Tooth. Where's it at? Ah, here she is. Got the compendium. Very, very good read. I bought this a while ago when I was at home visiting, and I read it the whole time I was visiting. I was only there for like 2 weeks. Oh, it's not live, but Lemire's a good interview. Oh, that sucks that's not live. I assumed it was going to be live. Let's see. Let's check out some of these other comments. The Little My Pony hype. Sweet Tooth is a great read. Way better than the TV show. The TV show, or the movie, or yeah, TV show. TV show wasn't good. Let's see. I went on a date with a girl who said she just bought Sweet Tooth. I was like, she might be. She might be Joseph L. At least try for a second one. What if, all right, hold on. What if there's a mix up, right? What if she says like she doesn't say, I bought the book Sweet Tooth. What if she mixed it up and she's actually referring to the PlayStation game Twisted Metal? Because Sweet Tooth is on the front cover of that. And maybe she's playing as that Sweet Tooth ice cream vehicle. Now, that would be a hell of a mix-up. And you just are like, oh, I thought you were talking about the book, not the video game. And she goes, wait, I read the book too. Boom. That would be funny. I don't know if that would happen, but... let's see. Fox might be a good editor, but man, what an awful... Oh, for real? Hold on. Let's, actually, we'll just look him up. What's his name? What's his first name? Mark Fox? Yeah, fuck it. I'll just bring up Dark Horse again. Not that hard. Not that hard. Let's see. Oh, Steve Fox. Okay. So, credited within these comics. Well, I know he's not writing now. See, I don't know what he has wrote, though. But I haven't read any of this, if that's what anyone is wondering. Although I love Department of Truth, but he was the editor. And he was also the editor on World Tree. 2 really good series. But I haven't read any of this other stuff. Razor Blades absolutely suck, though. I will say that. Razor Blades was stupid. Blue Book, I know he's not writing that one. Creep Show was okay. So we'll see. I showed her my Saga omnibus and she said that's how big her Sweet Tooth book is. All right, that's confirmed. Okay. Let's see. We'll go back to DC. Okay. So, Nightwing 103, Flash 797, World's Finest, Wonder Woman, Superman, Catwoman. Ooh, my shop may have gotten... Actually, no, they didn't get that in. Batgirls, Superboy, Deceased. I'll bring that up because I know that's the end of the series. Black Adam. I don't remember if that's the end of the series, but I don't think it is. All right. So, chat, everybody in chat right now, who's all reading this? Who's all really enjoying Batman, Superman, World's Finest? Because, as I said... It's on Amazon for like... Actually, no. We're going to see... We're going to check the real places. Cheap graphic novels, baby. Here we go. All right, Black Adam... Okay. All right, so it goes to 12. You should check out Purgatory Must Die. Well, I'm not... I've never read Purgatory before. So, is it Superman? No, Batman, Superman, World's... I'll just type in World's Finest. I'm sure it'll pop up. I actually don't think any of these are it. Trade paperback... No, none of these are it. That one? Nope. All right, well, they don't have it on there. You said in-stock trades, though? No matter what, Amazon has it, but I have very bad luck buying from Amazon. Oh, I did pass it? God damn it. I didn't see it because the cover didn't look the same from... The cover didn't look the same. Let's see. Oh, wait, here it is. Good call. $15, yeah, you can't beat that. Collects World's Finest 1 through 6. All right, that's a good place to get it. And plus, then that gives me a reason to get my Philadelphia and like 3 other books. All right, thanks, guys. You guys are the real MVPs on this one. All right, but yeah, but it's actually just 1 through 5. That's still not bad though. $15. But now like I said, everyone just always hypes this one up. Oh, wait, I feel like I saw that one, too, on one of the covers. I could be wrong. But everyone always hypes this up. Everyone says it's so good. And, I mean, it's written by Mark Waid, so that is a great selling point, too. With Dan Mora. Oh, wait, is he the artist? He is the artist. Yeah, plus Dan Mora's artwork. So that seems like a no-brainer to me. Superman 3. This series, Joshua Williamson's writing it. This one is surprisingly extremely good. I've talked about it before. I'm not going to keep harping on it, but this is like the first Superman series I think I've ever read. And I was really taken back by how much I enjoyed that first issue. The second one was a great follow-up, and I'm going to have to check this one out too, but I'm really excited to read this one. And the covers are all great. Matina's always got some sweet-ass art. There we go. But I wanted to bring this one up then. Superboy, Man of Tomorrow. I'm not going to be getting this one. I'm picky with my DC stuff. But we got a brand new one. Superboy, Man of Tomorrow. Connor Kent takes center stage after the events of Dark Crisis. Connor feels out of place with the rest of the hero community. He doesn't fit in with the rest of the Superman family, and the rest of the world doesn't really need him. With so many supers in Metropolis, he doesn't want to rely on Tim, Cassie, and Bart, so Connor looks to the stars as a place he might be able to call his own and carve out his own path. But what lurks in the great beneath? Unknown. The great beneath. All right, that's it. I'm going to be honest, it sounds okay. Nothing too special in my opinion. And DC Silent Tales, this is just one of those big-ass one-shots. It's got a $6 price tag on it, 56 pages. I think if you are newish to Superman, this book would be great, but if you are a longtime reader, it can be frustrating. For the Superman series, I tend to agree with that because it kind of feels, like I said, I've never really read any Superman. That was literally the first Superman I've ever read. But based on what happened in it, where, you know, they did character introductions, they showed Lois Lane, they showed the Daily Planet, I think that's what it's called. They showed his buddy, Jimmy Olsen was in it, and then Lex Luthor was like the kind of half-assed bad guy before they showed what really was going on with whoever that thing, whatever that thing was in the end of the first or the second issue. But if you are a longtime Superman fan, the fact that they retold who everybody is, the main bad guy was Lex Luthor, I feel like I can agree with that, where it probably was like, oh my God, I feel like I've read this so many times now. But for someone who hasn't, I thought it was really good. But it says Gustavo Duarte brings his style of humor to DC Universe in 6 short stories featuring funny moments in your fate. No, I hate books like that. I really do. I hate a bunch of short stories. 56 pages, so they're going to be roughly, I'd say roughly 10 pages, but I'm sure there's a few other pages in there that don't count for the book. So, I don't know. Yeah, that kind of threw me off too. Like, so when I read that, I just assumed that something happened prior that kind of made them a little bit more buddy-buddy, even though Lex Luthor was in prison, or yeah, he was in prison. That was one of the first things I thought. So I just chalked it up to me not knowing things or knowing what's going on in the current stuff. And then I brought up Deceased. This is the end of the series. I've heard this one's not that good. I'm not reading it. I read the first issue. But I've read all of the other Deceased stuff, and I've really enjoyed it. The first volume is definitely the best, in my opinion, but I thought the other stuff was still good. But I heard this one's not that good so far. This one said, what an ending. Oh, shit. Well, I'm not going to spoil that. Actually, I'm not going to go on any of that just in case. You like this, Jeff. I didn't even see It's Jeff at my shop. I brought this one up because I thought it was the end of the series, but it's not. There's still 2 more issues. And then that leaves us with Marvel, because the only thing I'm going to be getting is the Superman. There we go. Marvel Comics. Here we go. All right, I'm all caught up on chat too. Let's see. We got some ASM, X-Force, She-Hulk. I'm going to bring up Punisher because I'm reading that one. Holy shit. Holy shit, there's nothing. Yo, guys, there's like nothing coming out this week from them. I heard Deceased was amazing, but I haven't been reading it. Trade is a great way to read it, in my opinion. I'm going to bring up ASM just because the covers are usually really cool and witness what brought Peter Parker and Norman Osborn together. Oh, pardon me. Your opinion of who the hero is and who the villain is may end up at least blurred. I hate this series. I don't like it at all. I think the story's bad. I'm just going to put that out there. The story's not good. I think what I hate most about it, though, is the artwork. I think the artwork in this series is so god-awful that I tend to just stare at the artwork as I'm reading it. Because I've read, I think, the first, 7 or 8 issues. And all I did was stare at the artwork the whole time, and I'm thinking, this is art. This is bad. This is not good. All the characters look the same. They're all like some fucking blockheads. Like, everybody's just straight up chiseled. I mean, look at the cover. Look at the cover alone. Where are we at? They all have these square ass chins. Their noses are squares. Their heads are square. Their ears are square. Everything is just like 90 degrees off. Now, I mean, Peter Parker might have the most defined chiseled jawline of all the superheroes. That might be true. But geez, this shit is just not like nice to look at. Red Goblin's pretty cool read so far. I like it better than the current ASM and Venom. Also picking up Hallows Eve. Yes, the art in ASM is horrible. Bro, I'm reading it right now. That suit looks so stupid in a book. I can only imagine how it looks. I don't know what's going on right here. I feel like it's going to be some like robotic. I'm guessing it's like a robotic Spider-Man suit, or they're putting some sort of layer over the Spider-Man suit, but geometric spider. he's in a different dimension, man. Empire Comics. I can only imagine how dumb it looks in the book. I always bring it up though. The covers are usually sweet. We got Alex Ross. Awesome. Is this Nakayama? Nakayama always knocks it out the park too. Awesome. But yeah, that artwork is just fucking terrible. Let's see. What else? Oh, I wanted to bring this one up. She-Hulk. While I'm not reading it, it is the big 175th issue for She-Hulk. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure it's not going to be worth any sort of money, but props to her for hitting 175 issues. Let's see. And then there's Punisher. I actually forgot to... I still didn't read the last issue of the Punisher, so I'm behind one. And I heard the last one was really good. My shop, for whatever reason, didn't have it. And I'm almost positive that's one of the series that is on my pull list. So I don't know what happened there, but I got to pick up issue number 10. Hopefully I can get 11 too. Let's see. A Scalera variant. That's a cool looking cover. Damn, the series is good. I like the Punisher. There's a lot of people who keep talking shit on that series. They're like, that's really not that good. It kind of sucks. I don't know. I think it's really good. I really like the artwork. I really like the development of the story. Now, I do understand if you're a huge Punisher fan and you think this is just so off the wall for the Punisher and it doesn't make sense. I see it from that perspective and I respect your opinion on it, but I still think it's a great series. Let's see. I've been buying them because I like... Oh, different conversation. I saw someone mentioned you. Warlock Rebirth is exciting for me. Mark and Ron Lim are on. Oh, are they? Janice Vell and Warlock. Might be good. Checklist got me, so I'll continue. It's over. I'll read them on a rainy day. It happens. Apparently half that She-Hulk anniversary issue is a meeting of... Oh my god. Shit sounds so stupid. What else did I want to bring up? Eventually I'm going to grab Warlock. I'm going to bring up Red Goblin and Hallows Eve. Did I bring up the Avengers Assemble? I did not, although it's a new series. So we're going to check out Red Goblin because I think it was it... Who said it was good? Was it Liz that commented? Somebody commented and said that Red Goblin's... Oh, DBL Visions. Red Goblin's pretty cool read so far. Also picking up Hallows Eve. So I read the first issue of Red Goblin. Also written by Alex Pack-Nadal. So maybe I'll have to check out the second one and go from there. Oh, sweet Timeless cover too. But I don't know if it's like... If I thought it was bad. I don't think my opinion of it was like, oh, this is poorly written. This is stupid. It was more of I'm so burnt out on Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage, symbiotes. I'd like to throw Miles Morales into that too, but his story does feel really unique to me. It not unique, but it is very well written. So I really am enjoying that one. But I'll tell you, all this shit, it's like Dylan and Normie as the main characters, at least from the first issue. And who's on it? Was it Al Ewing? It was Ron V and Al Ewing, but now it's just Al Ewing on Venom. They're not doing Dylan any justice. That character is so... I don't give a shit about Dylan at all. But I think KO asked about the artist, Bazaldua is on this one. And then they also mentioned... I like Alex Packendall's writing, but who asked for another... That's what I'm saying, Mark. I feel like we're all super tired of it, and I can't speak for all because I know people love this shit, but it feels like they're hitting on what's popular and what they believe is going to sell. Oh, Spider-Man, one of our best-selling characters, and who's his fucking enemy, Venom. Make another Venom series. And on top of that, make an ongoing. And then plus on top of that, make the Venom Lethal Protector one again too. But then, remember, we've got the Red Goblin. Bring the Red Goblin back, because why would you not bring the Red Goblin back when we've got all this other Venom and symbiote shit going on? But then we got a Carnage ongoing series. Miles Morales is going to be doing a Carnage event. I'm burnt out. I'm losing so much interest in it. And these are some of my favorite characters that I couldn't care less about. Cool cover, though. I will say that. But speaking of Hallows Eve, this was... I don't know. I'm not going to say I didn't like the first issue, but I also kind of low-key liked it. I liked it more before this cover kind of happened. So I didn't know who the hell Hallows Eve was, because I'm not reading anything with ASM anymore. And it seems as though she's a character that has this magical bag of masks, and she can reach into this bag and pull out whatever mask she wants for whatever situation she needs. In the first issue, she wanted to break into a bank, so she did the invisibility thing. And why she didn't continue using the invisibility one is bonkers to me. It's beyond me. But she was like, oh, crap, I need to be strong and I need to be agile and whatever. So she decides to be a werewolf. But she scratched that security guard and turned him into a werewolf. So I don't know what the deal is with these masks, because I can't imagine she turned into an actual werewolf, like blood and everything. So I don't know how that really panned out. So I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I thought it was decent before that. The origin of the masks better be a good story. Trencher, you're new to Marvel, bud. You must be new to modern Marvel. I do like the covers though a lot. Yeah, those are cool covers. And then we're going to bring up Avengers Assemble Omega. It says it's continued from the Avengers Forever 15. So if you didn't read that, you obviously won't be reading this one. I'm sure it's not a good jumping on point, but let me tell you, this Galactus, oh my God, that is awesome. I always say the Alex Ross Timeless variants are always great, but I'll tell you what, this one is gorgeous. Trencher. Let's see, Mark. Well, I missed a couple. Oh shit, I missed a couple. Let me go back. Silver Surfer Rebirth by the Rons was cool. I think I read Rebirth. Kind of lackluster ending, but still a fun 90s style read. I think I read that. The She-Hulk legs. Marvel just has many too oh, that too. The Spider-Verse shit. The multiverse and the Spider-Verse, I'm over it all, man. Liz, Sandman was my absolute favorite character growing up. Excited for this Ross cover. Oh, it's awesome. I hope you're able to get it. I like the character of Hallows Eve, her abilities with the mask. See, that's why I like the issue. She was new to me. I knew she was in the ASM run, but she was new to me, and she felt very like that was really unique to me. I really like that. But once the story kind of got a little bit more into it, even her motive made sense. She was like, I gotta save Ben Reilly, and once I save Ben Reilly, we're gonna need some money, so I gotta rob a bank because I gotta save him, and then we can just go off into the sunset and live our life. I liked it. It sounded good. I didn't like when she turned to that werewolf and then cut that dude up and then he turned into a werewolf, because she takes the mask off and she's not a werewolf anymore. So that's like, in a sense, creating something that doesn't really exist. Because imagine, I don't know, she puts a mask on, she wants to be something, but because she's now that, she could create whatever she wants, basically. And I don't know. They needed to hone that in a little bit better. To me, just my opinion. Then we got Bishop, Hellcat. I heard Hellcat is god-awful, but now moving into Warlock Rebirth, this is what a lot of people are really hyped on, and there's a dope Thanos cover that I'm going to be showing off. There's a lot of really nice covers, though. Marvel needs a complete reboot, less characters. Can you imagine if they did that? Like, they just said, you know what, guys? We're going to ride everything out up until this point, and we're going to take, I don't know, not even a week off, but say, you know, we're going to be focusing on a complete reboot, a complete reboot, and we're going to do something similar to, I guess, like the DC Rebirth, just something like that, or the New 52, I guess. But they need something, and they need to make stuff make sense again. And I think that's where the problem is. Like, things aren't making sense anymore. The characters aren't making sense. Shit ain't making sense, and they need to figure that out. And it pains me, KO, when you say Spidey is Marvel's Batman, but we're getting to that point where it's just like this endless supply of Spidey series that nobody needs. Liz Denny, endless power for Hallows Eve. That's what it seems like. She basically could be whatever, as long as she puts the mask on. Thanos just got caught in Zimmer. Damn, but look how nice that is, though. Oh, it's so nice. Galactus. I will say that the Galactus... I might have to see them in person, but I think the Galactus one is nicer than Thanos, too. But I'm going to have to see them side by side. But because the Thanos one is absolutely up there. I've read something about some hot garbage. Oh, Mark, that Avengers story is just multiverse clown vomit. It's a funny way to put it, but I can only imagine that that's probably true. Let's see. Up to the end of Age of Apocalypse and reboot it from there. See, that's when something works and you saturate it, it no longer works. See, that's the thing, is I just don't understand where... I don't know, like, what happened? Things were fine. They had an event. Events made sense. And it just felt like all of a sudden it's like, you know what will be better than one event? Let's do another event. And you know what happens when that one's over? We're going to do another one right after that. And none of it's going to matter. It's going to be an isolated thing. We're going to call it an event, but in reality, it's just a mini-series. That's all it is. Events are meaningless. Ongoings are borderline meaningless because you have all these other random ass series that are tie-ins to ongoings, but then other characters are doing some other dumb shit in other series, and nothing's adding up anymore. But it says Adam Warlock was created to be the perfect human specimen. Since then, Adam has gone to be a cosmic savior, defending the galaxy from the likes of Thanos, the Universal Church of Truth, and the Magus. But what will happen when the next evolution of Warlock emerges? Someone who is stronger, faster, and smarter than Adam. It's going to be cool. Here we go. ASM is the best-selling book the last 3 months. To me, it's not baffling because people love Spider-Man, and they're buying ASM to have ASM. I don't even think people are reading it. My dad's a prime example. He's buying ASM because he collects ASM. He hasn't read any of that shit. I'm also a prime example. I collected like the first 15, 16 issues. I only read like 5 or 6 of them, and then I just kept buying them because it's Spider-Man. But I stopped. And I wish a lot of other people would stop too, because we need to tell Marvel they need to get their shit together on this. Remember, Warlock was teased. Facts. Let's see, the events. Yeah, the events are absolute garbage. This summer's Marvel event has 46 different... Oh my god, that's going to be garbage. That's going to be trash. Blair, this conversation is why I worry about the comic market. It is sad. It really is sad. And that's why I like to focus on reading the books too. I mean, yeah, speculation and investments, it is important because you're spending your hard-earned money on these books. And whether you like it or not, the people who spec on this stuff and the people who make their investments, they're going to be sticking around this hobby for a really long time, and they're equally as important to this hobby because they're also buying it. Granted, they probably aren't reading a lot of it, but they're still buying a lot of it. But the thing is, that's why I tend to lean more towards the indies, because the indies are just so damn good. My brother collects Spidey since 2014, hasn't read how. Dude, my dad's the same way. My dad is the exact same way. He buys the shit and he doesn't read it. But I also wanted to bring this one up for you guys. Captain America Unforgiven issue number 1. I don't know if you've read any of the other Unforgiven stuff, but this one is continued from X-Men Unforgiven. And here is the cover for it. And now this is probably the last one I'm going to talk about. Yeah, unless if you guys want to check out one of these other ones here. This is the last one I'm going to be talking about. We got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, issue number 5. It says it's an epic final showdown. Hold on. Yeah, all right. It's the end of the arc. I was about to say I thought this was an ongoing series. I'm not saying it's really good, but it's also not that bad. I think if you've got kids, like a little kid that enjoys reading comics, this one's definitely going to be right up their alley. The artwork's nice. The story's pretty cool too. But it's like a fun little story, and you're going into this one knowing exactly what you're going to be getting. And I think with that in mind, they don't let you down at all. Nice artwork, some fun action, fun characters. It's not bad. I'm still going to be continuing on this series too. But that is everything coming out from Marvel this week, folks. That's all. So that's what I said. Pretty solid week coming out. I think the ones that I'm looking forward to. Let me double check on Image. Oh yeah, definitely going to be. Yeah, actually, let's make it a solo frame. So I'd say the one that I'm going to be looking forward to most is going to be from Image. We got No 1 issue number 2 coming out. I'm telling you guys, you don't need to read anything else from the Massiverse to jump into this one. Read the first issue, obviously, but I heard the podcast is really cool as well. This one, to me, as far as all 1 issues go, like the first issues, this one was my favorite one. I haven't read Rogue Sun, so gotta keep that one in mind, but they did a killer job on this first issue. Terror War sounds really good too. New horror sci-fi series. Black Tape number 3 coming out from AWA, another banger. But that's it, everybody. I appreciate you guys watching. I had a lot of fun talking with you all. Be sure to let me know which books you're going to be picking up this week, which ones you think I'm going to be missing out on. And if you want to, I don't have it tagged. It might be down below in the description. I don't remember, but my Discord link, I created a Discord for the comic book community, free for everybody to join. I think there's like 30 members in there now. So we're getting a lot of people and good conversations in there. We talk about people's collections, what you picked up, what you're going to be looking for. So if you have questions about that, let me know. Cause like I said, I'm not sure if the link is down below in the description. But either way, I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you all so much. Love you guys. I had a blast talking comics with you all. Stay safe. Enjoy your new comic book day. Hope you're able to get all of your books. And we'll see you in Thursday's stream. Have a good one, guys. Love you. Stay safe.